The Aston Martin AMR 24. Yet again, we see the current trend of loads of exposed carbon fibre, although I will say they've done a great job of wrapping the livery around it. The livery kind of sits on top of it, and all the exposed carbon fibre sits mainly at the bottom. It looks quite smart. When you compare that to Alpine, it's night and day. This is the team last year that surprised the grid when they arrived in Bahrain with effectively the second fastest car. It'll remain to be seen what they can do this year. This is the first Aston Martin F1 car built in the new Aston Martin factory. Whether that will play into their hands, we'll have to wait and see. A lot of attention, of course, around Fernando Alonso. There's a lot of people linking him to the vacant Mercedes seat in 2025. He told Sky Sports F1 that his priority will be Aston Martin. Now, we know his history with moving teams, and we'll have to wait and see whether that bears fruit. Personally, I still think he has a lot to offer a top team still, and I'd love to see what he'd do with a Mercedes. I think it'd be really exciting to see that. Lance Stroll had an interesting, if not difficult, 2023 after the heroics of Bahrain, where he came back from 2 broken wrists to finish 6th. It kind of went off the rails mid-season. He had that horrible accident in qualifying in Singapore, which ruled him out of the race, and then he had a string of difficult qualifying and race results, which boiled over with him shoving his trainer after his Q1 exit in Qatar. So I'm intrigued to see what he's learned from that, and if he can grow as a driver this year. I mean, look, it's always going to be difficult when your teammate's Fernando Alonso, but he did finish the season decently last year, a 5th in Sao Paulo and Las Vegas, and then a 10th place in Abu Dhabi. I think the key for Aston Martin this year is going to be consistency. After a great start to the season last year, they ended up slipping down the order, a few bad results. They ended up finishing 5th in the Constructors' Championship. And if they want to keep Alonso for 2025, they're going to have to be consistent. They're going to have to be consistently up there challenging for podiums, maybe snatching a win if they can. Their new wind tunnel comes on board later in the year, so in terms of development, that can only be a good thing, and probably a selling point for Alonso in terms of whether he stays or not. So what do you think? Do you think Aston Martin can reach and maintain the heights of last year, or will they be back in the midfield? Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.